Buckle up, listeners, because this week's deep dive into This Week in AI is going to be a wild ride.
It really does feel like we're at an inflection point.
Doesn't it? Like AI is not this abstract thing anymore. It's weaving itself into every aspect of our lives.
Exactly, and at a pace that's honestly kind of mind-blowing.
So, ready to unpack some of the biggest headlines.
Let's do it.
All right, first up, Meta. Those brainiacs over at their Fair Lab just dropped some serious AI bombshells. We're talking new models, new data sets, the whole shebang.
And these aren't just incremental improvements either. This is Meta pushing the boundaries of what AI can do, particularly when it comes to natural language processing.
Right. Like imagine having a conversation with an AI that actually gets you, understands those subtle things we say, the stuff that makes human interactions so complex.
That's the holy grail they're chasing here. AI that doesn't just parse words, but actually grasps meaning and intent.
And that has huge EE implications for, well, pretty much everything.
Oh, absolutely. Think about customer service bots that can actually decipher your frustration, not just spit out canned responses.
Or imagine AI tutors that tailor their lessons to your learning style, almost like having a personal guide through any subject.
This is about fundamentally changing how we interact with technology, making it more intuitive, more human.
And while Meta's making big moves, they're not the only ones. Microsoft's also stepping up their AI game.
Right. They're reportedly looking to deepen their ties with OpenAI, potentially taking a bigger stake in the company.
Which, let's be real, is a pretty big deal. Microsoft's already integrated OpenAI's tech into things like Bing, but this could signal an even deeper commitment to AI.
It's like they're placing a bet on OpenAI, saying, we believe this is the future.
And when a company with Microsoft's resources and reach makes a move like that, it's worth paying attention.
For sure. Now, what this means for the average person is still unfolding, but it could mean AI becomes even more seamlessly integrated into our daily lives.
Like, imagine Microsoft Word with built-in ChatGPT. Your emails, reports, everything, instantly better.
Precisely. But beyond the immediate impact, this partnership raises interesting questions about the future of AI development itself. Who calls the shots? Who sets the direction?
It's a power dynamic worth watching, that's for sure. But let's shift gears for a second and talk about something a little closer to home. Our health. Researchers at Harvard are developing an AI tool with the potential to revolutionize cancer treatment.
This is groundbreaking stuff. This AI analyzes genetic data and medical images to not just diagnose cancer, but actually recommend personalized treatment plans.
And get this, it boasts a 96% accuracy rate, which in some cases even surpasses traditional methods.
Early detection is everything when it comes to cancer. If this tool lives up to its promise, it could be a game changer for countless lives.
Absolutely. But it does beg the question, what does this mean for doctors? Are we headed towards a future where AI replaces human physicians?
It's a question many are asking, and the answer is likely more nuanced than a simple yes or no. While some tasks may become automated, this AI tool is more likely to become a powerful ally for doctors, not a replacement.
Right, like having an incredibly intelligent assistant that can analyze vast amounts of data and offer insights that humans might miss.
Exactly. It's about harnessing the power of AI to augment human expertise, leading to better diagnoses, more effective treatments, and ultimately saving more lives.
It really makes you wonder where the line blurs, between doctor and machine.
It's fascinating, isn't it? This dance between human expertise and AI's growing capabilities.
Speaking of which, those OpenAI folks never want to rest on their laurels. They're making moves to bring AI even closer to our everyday lives with their new ChatGPT Windows app.
It's all about instant access. Imagine you're working on a presentation, hit a wall, boom, ChatGPT is right there, ready to brainstorm, draft content, whatever you need.
It's like having a super-powered writing partner on call 24/7.
Exactly. And that's a key thing here. This move by OpenAI highlights a bigger trend. AI isn't just about raw power anymore. It's about seamless integration into our workflows.
It's got to be user-friendly, easily accessible, right at our fingertips.
Precisely. Because let's face it, even the most brilliant tech, if it's clunky or hard to use, people won't bother.
It's true. And this ChatGPT app, that's ease of use, front and center.
And that's what's going to drive adoption, ultimately. The easier it is to use these AI tools, the more ubiquitous they become.
Which opens up a whole other can of worms, ethically speaking.
Oh, absolutely. Case in point. The whole controversy with X, the platform formerly known as Twitter.
Yeah, their decision to let third-party developers use public posts to train AI models, that raised some eyebrows.
To say the least. I mean, on the one hand, Access to that much data, that's how you make AI smarter, more nuanced.
But on the other hand, it's our tweets, our conversations, our thoughts being fed into these algorithms.
And the question of consent, of control over our digital footprint, that's the crux of the issue.
It's a tough one. Where do you draw the line? Because let's not kid ourselves, AI is data hungry. The more data it has, the more powerful it becomes.
And that tension between progress and privacy, that's only going to intensify.
No doubt. But let's shift gears for a moment, talk about a company taking a different approach to this whole digital identity dilemma.
You mean WorldCoin? Or rather, World, as they're now known, led by OpenAI's very own Sam Altman.
The same. They just launched this iris scanning device, the Orb. Sounds like something straight out of a sci-fi flick.
It does, doesn't it? But the idea is to use iris biometrics for identity verification. Your iris, your unique key to the digital world.
So no more passwords, no more trying to remember your security questions from 10 years ago.
In theory, yes. It has the potential to revolutionize online security, make transactions more secure, even disrupt traditional forms of identification.
Sounds promising, but also a tad Orwellian, no. I mean, iris scanning. What could possibly go wrong?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? The potential benefits are huge, but so are the risks.
Exactly. It's a balancing act for sure. But let's move from the complexities of digital identity to something that might make our work lives a tad easier. AI-powered tools designed to wrangle data.
Ah, yes. Perplexity, the AI search engine, they've been busy. Rolled out some impressive new features, all powered by, you guessed it, AI.
They're calling it enhanced file analysis and real-time collaboration, which, in layman's terms, means
It means you can throw your complex documents, your research papers, your data dumps at Perplexity, and it'll help you make sense of it all.
so like having a research assistant on speed dial.
Basically, it can pull out key insights, summarize findings, even facilitate real-time collaboration on analysis.
Which begs the question, will we even need human collaborators anymore?
Yeah.
Or will AI just render us obsolete?
Yeah.
It's a brave new world, that's for sure. But hey, let's not dwell on the potentially bleak future of work just yet. How about something a little more, well, fun?
You're talking about video games, right? Because AI is making its way into that realm, too.
Bingo. And not in that creepy robots taking over the world kind of way. We're talking about AI that enhances the gaming experience, makes it more immersive.
Exactly. One of the coolest applications I've seen is using AI to breathe life into NPCs, those non-player characters we encounter in games.
You mean instead of those repetitive canned responses, we could actually have a real conversation with, say, a villager in Skyrim?
Precisely. Imagine AI-powered NPCs that respond to your actions, remember past conversations, maybe even develop personalities.
That would completely change the game, literally. It's like the characters we interact with are actually living, breathing entities.
That's the goal, right? To blur that line between reality and the virtual world, at least in terms of how we experience these stories.
And speaking of blurring lines, how about AI making films? That's a whole other level.
It is wild, isn't it? Blumhouse, the horror movie masters, they're teaming up with Meta to explore AI-generated filmmaking.
Okay, that's both intriguing and kind of terrifying.
Yeah.
AI horror movies, sign me up. But seriously, it does make you wonder, can AI truly be creative?
It's the million-dollar question, right? AI can generate images, music, even write scripts, but can it replicate that spark of human ingenuity, that emotional depth?
It's a debate that's likely to rage on.
Yeah.
All right, last but not least, let's bring it back to something we all care about. Our health. Noom, the fitness app, they're jumping on the AI bandwagon too.
They are. They've got this new feature, the AI body scan, which uses your phone's camera to track not just your weight, but also body fat, muscle mass, all that good stuff.
So like a personal body composition analysis tool, but without the awkward trip to the gym.
Exactly. It's about making personalized health data more accessible, more readily available.
Which begs the question, will AI eventually replace the need for personal trainers, nutritionists, all those human experts?
It's possible. But I think there's something to be said for human connection, for the empathy and motivation a real person provides. That's hard to replicate, even with the most advanced AI.
Couldn't agree more. Well, folks, there you have it, a whirlwind tour of this week's biggest AI news. We covered everything from AI doctors to AI filmmakers, and it's clear that artificial intelligence is rapidly reshaping the world around us. Who knows what the future holds? But one thing's for sure, it's going to be an interesting ride. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive, and until next time, stay curious.